Hiya, and welcome back to Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. I cannot think of anything to say. Do you all have any ideas for any... Wait, hang on. The game that teaches us that a good way to get closure is to beat the shit out of your ex. Bring up the performance window. And let's just hop right in. I'm scared right now. Having completed our usual morning routine, complete with the standard breakfast burgers, Diego had made the potentially unwise decision to seek Axel's considerable swimming expertise. According to Dom... Yeah? According to Dom, Hiya! Axel's parents had an entire wall dedicated to certificates and medals Axel had earned throughout the years, the vast majority of which were allegedly for winning school swimming competitions. Of course, the fact that they were from school caused me to lower my expectations somewhat, but even then, I swam with all the style and grace of an enraged baboon. He was at least better than I was. Diego and I had not long arrived at the river where Axel was waiting for us. Naturally, Dom had tagged along as well. Hey. Good morning. How did you two get here so fast? All you need to do is mention swimming and Axel turns into, what's that cartoon character who's really fast? I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name, but I'm going to anyways. Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a bird, isn't it? Oh, he's talking about Roadrunner. Big Bird. Somehow, I don't think that's it. Come on, stop wasting time. There's training to be done. You heard the man. Let's get wet. Alright, let's get moist, lads. You disgust me. Yeesh, I wasn't expecting it to be so cold. Well, it is early fall. Oh no, don't you know at the end of Zootopia he was like speeding. So you know he's the fastest character alive. No pain, no gain, Mr. Diego. I want 100 laps. 100 laps of what exactly? Sorry about Axel. He gets all fired up when he gets to swim. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, do you think you can make it to that bridge and back? You'll be going against the current, so it'll be good exercise. Oh. Oh? Yeah, I reckon I can do that. You two waiting. Huh? Me? Yeah, if you've been eating like Diego, I bet you could use it. How rude. I'll have you know that I've been cutting back. That's true. He only ate one breakfast burger this morning, and he made better choices at the buffet yesterday, too. Diego grumbled something under his breath about not having a choice. Well then, Aiden, you heard the boss. How about we make this interesting? I'm listening. Who's rest to do this morning's dishes? You're on. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. As Axel had predicted, swimming against the current was nothing short of exhausting. Despite that, I won, and by a considerable margin at that. Dude, no fair. You didn't tell me you could swim. I can't. You mean to tell me... Diego, your form sucks. Axel, chill. Oh. I mean, keep swimming like that and you'll win something, I guess. That's really not much of an improvement. Sheesh, tough crowd, huh? I've never seen Axel so ruthless. Still, that was good exercise. Shall we go get lunch? Are you mad? We just got here. Gotta keep my energy levels up. What was that rule about eating and swimming again? Was it 30 minutes? Pfft, rules are made to be broken. Besides... Huh? Shark! I turned to face the direction Diego was facing, and indeed there was a fin cutting through the water toward us at alarming speed. I'm turning that down. Oh my god. Oh, we should get out, quick! I don't think we have anything to worry about. Huh? Why? Let's see. We're miles from the ocean. This isn't salt water, and unless sharks have learned to swim up waterfalls, there's no realistic way that could be a shark. So, you're just going to stand there and risk being eaten? Nobody's being eaten today. The fin moved closer and closer before it began circling us. That's awfully shark-like behavior. Dom waited until the shark was close to him before launching a swift punch into the water. The fin stopped dead in its tracks, then emerged from the water. What comparison can we make him to? Are there any shark characters out there? Actually, what was that one shark's name? That shark from... Oh yeah! King Shark from Suicide Squad, is that you? Hey, Fox dude. What's, like, the big idea? Dom looked decidedly smug when he turned to face Diego and Axel, delivering a shrug which could only have meant, I told you so. Diego merely watched on from the shore, eager to see how the shark would respond to Dom's newfound aggression. Axel, on the other hand, looked somewhat surprised. I should ask you the same thing. What were you doing? Trying to scare us? The opportunity was, like, too good to pass up, man. One day you're going to get a whole lot worse than a punch in the face. Man, you're like no fun at all, dude. Total bummer, man. Russell, is that you? Hey, Axe. Spotted those cute spots of yours from a mile off. Guys, this is Russell. We went to school together and we're in the swimming club together. These are my friends, Dom, Diego, and Aiden. Russell held his hand out to each of us. Diego and I shook it without hesitation. Dom, however, was clearly still a little sour about the whole thing, but begrudgingly followed suit. It's good to meet you, my dudes. Sorry about the little practical joke. Thought you were going to eat us for a second there. That's super tempting and all, but I've only got, like, sandwiches on the mind. Oh, we have those. Dom, did you pack a spare? Oh no. Keep the monsters away from him. Huh? Yeah, but... Russ, you've gotta try one of Dom's sandwiches. They're the best. Can you have one, Dom, please? The scowl hadn't left Dom's face since before Russell had arrived. Something told me Dom wasn't a fan. I guess that's fine. We ain't gonna eat them in the water, though. That's, like, totally the best place to eat a sandwich. So, Axe, still swimming, I see? Oh, it's actually been a while. I'm here helping Diego train. He's fighting in the combat tournament. Oh man, like, I knew I recognized your name from somewhere, dude. Huh? What do you mean? You're my opponent in the heats. What? You? Totally, dude. Oh man, you look pretty strong, too. You're fighting Russ? Yep, I'm new in town, so, like, I'm getting into activities. A combat tournament seems like an interesting choice. Gotta start somewhere. I've been training hard, but, like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. Aw, don't worry. I'm sure you'll kick some ass. Hey! I mean... Axel's eyes darted back and forth between the two, no longer certain who he should be rooting for. Sandwiches, let's have lunch. It was almost as if Axel had been learning from my own rulebook. Food, after all, was a terrific distraction for those that way inclined, and it seemed like Russell was no exception to this. Whoa, dude, these are, like, incredible, man. Russell turned to Dom, who was standing off to the side with the same grumpy expression he'd been wearing for a good while. Did you make these? Huh? Oh yeah, they're Axel's favorite. Dude, I think they're, like, mine too. Thanks. Yeah, oh, Axe, you totally changed your number on me, man. You have to hit me up with your new one. Oh, I guess I did, huh? Sorry, yeah, let's do that. We've got loads to catch up on. Totally, man, it's been years. Oh, hey dude, what was your name? Diego, right? Huh? You're here training with Axe, right? Axe and I are old swimming buddies, so maybe I can help you out? Would you really want to help train your opponent? Yeah, dude, it's cool. I ain't into, like, hard feelings and bad vibes, you know? Planning to charm me and not hitting you so hard? Wouldn't dream of it, my dude. We could always race to the bridge and back. What do you say? Aw, shit. Again? Axe, you in for a race, little man? Yeah, let's do it. This is going to be hilarious. Russell and Axel made a beeline for the water, with Diego somewhat reluctantly trailing behind. Despite the compliment about his food, Dom still seemed overly sour about the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know. Hey Dom, you okay? Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I don't know. There's just something I don't like about that guy. Which one? Best step up your game unless you want a big old shark stealing your boy away. What? What are you talking about? Come on, you've totally got the hots for Axel. You two are basically joined at the hip. We're friends. You sure that's all? Yeah, it's not like... Then you wouldn't mind if Axel found himself a nice shark to date then? Don't even joke about it. Oh, so you would mind? How bizarre. Yeah. If anything, my comments had seemed to make him grumpier. He was playing coy, but I felt as though my assumption was correct nonetheless. Maybe you should go and join the race? Top prize might just be a cute little cheetah. I hate you. To my surprise, Dom took the final bite of his... Dom took the final bite of his sandwich and followed the others into the water, joining their race. Who knew Dom had such a jealous streak? I felt a little bad for egging him on, but there was clearly feelings on both sides for those two. Perhaps a little push was what they needed? Now I was thinking like Tom from, No, not Spider-Man, Tom from Tom and Jerry. You know, the one cat that gets hit with a frying pan and his face transforms into a frying pan. The same Tom who, despite getting, like, shot in the face multiple times by Jerry, still hasn't been killed. It transformed into... a hashtag. Wait, does Tom die? Hold up. Let me Google this shit. Okay, I just Googled it. You are correct. He is in fact immortal. And literally, the first one was the episode where they commit not live by sitting on a train track. I can't believe it. How did all of you beat me? You did really good, my dude. You're getting your exercise today for sure. Can't believe I only managed to beat Diego. You did pretty well too, Fox Guy. I bet with enough practice, you'd be just as good as us. That was fun. We should do this again soon. We should do this again soon. Well, I suppose I shouldn't say no to the exercise. You love swimming or sitting on a train track? Because there's an amazing song that was released in 2013 that taught us how to be safe around trains. It taught us how to be safe around trains. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Dumb Ways to Die. It was also a mobile game. Well, I suppose I shouldn't say no to the exercise. Gotta work hard if I'm going to do well in this tournament. Now sufficiently dry, Axel picked up a bag of his belongings and put his glasses back on. Russ, we should catch up. Want to come back to my place for a bit? Sounds like a plan, little man. I had fun, guys. See you soon. Thanks for the help, Axel. Catch you later, Axel. Good to meet you, dudes. Good luck in your training, Diego. You too. Axel and Russell began heading off down the pathway in the direction of Axel's apartment, leaving Diego, Dom, and myself standing on the shoreline. Dom looked both frustrated and dejected. That was until Axel turned around and came back. Dom, what are you doing? Huh? We're leaving! Oh, you wanted me to come? Duh, you're my best friend, come on. Right, coming. Is it just me, or is Dom acting kinda weird today? You're oblivious. Huh? What'd I miss? Was his curried egg sandwich off or something? The two of us made our way home and freshened back up after our swim. We had no plans for the afternoon. I pondered whether or not I should head into town. I'm just gonna hide the window because, this is apparently when one of the sex scenes take place, and I'm scared. He totally is. Oh, thank God. He's wearing clothes. Having arrived home for the afternoon, Diego and I got settled in front of the TV, only for Diego's phone to ring, interrupting our carefully planned laziness. Hello? Oh, hey Ty, what's up? Huh? You do make a point. I suppose it wouldn't hurt. Alright, I'll be around soon then. Diego hung up the call and returned the phone to his pocket. What did Ty want? He wanted to know if I wanted another training session, what with the heats being so close and all. I take it we're going? I plan to, if there are no objections. None, I'll come too. Alright, let's get a move on then. Diego and I arrived at Ty's, where he greeted us at the door and let us into the basement as he had done a couple of days prior. Good to see you, gentlemen. Ready for some more training? Definitely. Anything I can do to be ready for the fight. I find your motivation most pleasing. Is there anything specific you would like to work on? How about techniques for bigger opponents? That does not seem like a bad idea. Although given my own size, it is not something I particularly specialize in. Nonetheless, I am sure there are a few things I can teach you. Alright, let's go then. Very well. Step into the ring and we will begin. Diego climbed into the ring as instructed, with Ty taking up his position on the other side. I took a seat on the row of chairs lined up against the wall and watched. The first technique Ty began teaching was a sort of uppercut punch to the jaw. I was curious as to whether such a thing was allowed in the tournament rules, but was sure Ty wouldn't be teaching it if it weren't. It struck me that the specific lesson Diego had requested was likely tailored to his upcoming fight with Russell. It was a good plan, and there was nothing to say his opponent wouldn't be taller as well. That was good. Naturally, you want to use the opportunity after the first strike to follow up, get a few hits in before they can respond. Got it. What about tails? Whatever do you mean? Say my opponent has a large tail and they use that to fight with. Ty pondered for a moment. For a second, it almost seemed as though a brief look of alarm spread across his face, only to be quickly concealed beneath his usual confident smile. Are you expecting to fight somebody like that? Well, yeah, we met this guy earlier, Russell. Apparently he's my first heat. He's this big shark dude. Oh, I see. Ty chuckled to himself. He almost looked relieved. Well, I do not have such a tail, so there's little I could do to help you practice. I would suggest a wide, low stance should you suspect an attack is coming. There will likely be a window of opportunity after to get a few hits in as well. Use that opportunity well. Have you fought somebody like that before? I have. Unfortunately, such an opponent is what knocked me out of the tournament last year. I was doing fairly well too, but this particular opponent had some interesting tactics. Interesting or rule-breaking? Well, the tournament has little in the way of rules when it comes to fighting styles. I was perhaps too rigid to face off against an opponent. I do not believe any rules were broken. I see. I wonder if whoever this was is participating this year. Indeed. Anyway, there are a few more techniques I would like to show you, if you would not mind. I'll take any help I can get. The two resumed sparring for a good while following their discussion. Diego was learning quickly and was certainly giving Ty a run for his money, although Ty was still clearly the better fighter. Eventually, they wrapped up their training session for the day. Of course, not every opponent will fight the same way. It will be up to you to respond to their individual style and figure out what works against them in each fight. Gotcha. I'll do my best. Hopefully it'll be enough. Indeed. What are your plans for tomorrow? To rest. I don't want to be sore and achy on the day of the fight. That is wise. Thanks for the training session, Ty. It has been my pleasure. Diego and I departed from Ty's and headed straight back home. Following the training session, I'd opted to prepare dinner for the two of us while Diego showered. To supplement his diet, I'd prepared a steak and a salad with some whole grain rice. Again, gonna hide the screen. He'd given me a whole rundown of the nutrition philosophy behind his choice. That might be who he's mentioning. Salad for nutrition, steak for protein, complex carbs for energy, and to ensure the protein could do its thing. Or something. If I was honest, I completely zoned out partway through the discussion. Nutritional science was hardly something I found engrossing. Dinner had been ready for a few minutes when Diego returned from the shower. Perhaps in fear of dirtying his freshly shampooed fur, he'd made the deliberate decision to come to dinner fully clothed. Okay, we're a little safe now. Well, hey, this looks great. Just what my aching muscles need. Thanks, Aiden. Diego gave me a small kiss on the cheek, as he had done 2 nights prior. I felt my face flush with warmth. I could get used to this. Diego rested his plate of food on his lap and switched on the TV, revealing a news show discussing none other than the upcoming tournament. With the heats taking place on Friday and the first publicly viewable match, quarterfinals being the following Sunday, it is understood that... Geez, so soon after? Are you sure you're ready for this? Of course. First prize will be mine. Is what I'd like to say, at least. Truth be told, I'm a little nervous about it all. It was all so sudden. I barely got time in to train properly. Really, I'm just counting on not having lost too much muscle in the time it's been since I was a regular at the gym. I suppose the overeating has helped to preserve it, but that comes with its own set of problems. Diego's gaze dropped to his belly, his face an expression of discomfort and shame. Diego, does your weight bother you? Yeah, a little. Truth be told, when you asked to come visit, I was really torn about it. Huh? Like, don't get me wrong, I wanted to see you. I so badly did. It's just, well, you know now I'd been crushing on you for years. I was scared you'd find me, well, gross. I reasoned with myself that you probably weren't even into me anyway, and I was just being stupid. But, well, I guess it all worked out. I think you're kinda crazy, but I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. Are you kidding? I've been crushing on you for years myself. So long as you're already perfect. That's really sweet. Still though, when this tournament is all said and done, I want to keep the exercise up. I want to go back to my old self before all this shit went down. Does that sound good to you? Which one? Get some yum water. Yeah, this is the Diego route. But seriously, which one? Because I have no clue how to respond to this. This one? Yeah, let's just go with this one. Huh? What? You like me fat? This gives us way more choices than Echo. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, that's all good and well. Self-esteem aside, though, I want to lose weight for more reasons other than aesthetics. And that self-loathing makes for a great motivator. I don't know if that's a healthy outlook. Psh, I guess I know what works for me. You do you, and meanwhile, I'll be getting ripped like Lucas, okay? I guess. But yeah, admittedly, my self-esteem was kind of shot about it. It was a lot of comfort eating, for one, and him. He didn't exactly have nice things to say about it either. Do you think that has anything to do with what happened? Honestly, I think what happened would have happened anyway. I was in good shape when we first got together, and it didn't take him long to start acting up. It's not like I magically got fat one day and he started sleeping around, although I don't think it helped the situation. Maybe that's a matter of perspective. Perhaps it would have been more drawn out if I hadn't gained weight. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I suppose that's one way to look at it. He really seems like a completely horrible person. You can say that again. I mean, I kind of understand why, but it doesn't excuse any of it. Oh? What do you mean? He had a really shitty childhood. He was never much the type to open up about things like that. He always seemed so confident and assertive in the beginning, so it's kind of a shock to hear just what he was dealing with. I don't particularly care to remember the details, but there was a lot of abuse, from his dad as well as his peers. Him and his mother spent much of his childhood on the run from the dad, living out of a car. There's more to it than that, but suffice it to say, his childhood, well, it was shit. But no matter what he went through, that doesn't excuse him. That doesn't make the way he treats people, the way he treated me, okay. He treats people as if they're disposable, a means to get what he wants and nothing more. If he wants something, he'll switch on the charm until he gets it, then discard you like meaningless trash once he's satisfied. To him, he treats people as though they're nothing but objects, their emotions meaningless. The only person he cares about and likely will ever care about is himself, and one day that's going to bite him in the ass. Jeez, he'd make a great corporate CEO. First thing that came to mind was Jeff Bezos. That one song from Bo Burnham. The Kyrix Corporation? Keep me the fuck out of it. What do you think a company run by Kyrix would do? Probably cynically pump out crappy products while he lazes in a reclining chair on some tropical beach. Meanwhile, his staff work unpaid overtime while struggling to afford groceries. Damn. Are you sure he doesn't already have a company? I could think of several that already fit that description. I know, right? Anyway, I got a little carried away there. But yeah, his story sucks, but I don't have an ounce of sympathy. Although I suppose I do still pity him. I understand. It does sound rough, but you're right. You can either learn from it and be the better man, or you can become a product of it. It sounds as though he's entirely the latter. Yep, and that's why I despise the asshole. Getting into a relationship with him was the biggest mistake I ever made. I wish I'd trusted my gut, left before it all went to shit, but it scarred me like it did. I wish I'd said something to you all those years ago. I wish I told you how I felt before I left. My first night here in Woodcrest, I'd moved all my stuff into my old apartment. It had been a long journey, as you know, and I was exhausted. I unpacked nothing, just lay my mattress on the floor, found a blanket, and cried myself to sleep. I was kicking myself, wishing I'd said something. I wanted to ask you to come with me, or I wanted to stay until you'd finish your degree, but I had this plan and lacked the courage to speak up, so I sort of blindly soldiered on with it. It all hit me that night, that I probably wasn't going to see you again. that I'd let my fear of, well, rejection, I guess, I'd let it stop me from even trying. It's better to regret trying and failing than never having tried, you know? After a while, I pulled myself together. Found work, hobbies, settled in my life. I grew content in my situation, but that regret never faded. When I met Kyrex for a short while, I thought maybe I'd be okay. Maybe he could fill that void. As you know, he only made it so much worse. So it's like I said. When I got your message saying you were planning to move here and asking if you could stay with me, it felt kind of like fate, you know? I was like, I'd fucked everything up completely, but destiny or something was giving me another chance. Sorry, that's really corny. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm so glad all of this happened. It was a tough road to get here, but it all worked out in the end. That's really sweet, Diego. And really sad, too. I don't know what to say. I don't know. You don't, but I do. Huh? You just say yes. To what? Well, I guess where we're at is sort of ambiguous right now. We're sort of a thing, but also sort of not. We never really cleared that up. I want to fix that. So I guess what I'm wanting to say is, shall we make this official? Duh, you idiot. You're goddamn right we should make this official. That's the question I've been waiting 4 long years to ask, and the answer I've been wanting to hear just as long. My heart. My fucking big gay heart. Diego held his arms open, inviting me into a warm hug. Naturally, I obliged, and hugged him back as tightly as I could muster. A show of force I was glad when unreciprocated, as I might have been crushed. After several long and very comfortable moments in this position, Diego pulled back, bringing us nose to nose. He inched closer until our lips connected, resulting in a lengthy, tender kiss. Thank you. What for? For being you, for being here, with me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. I'm sorry we didn't do this sooner. There's nothing to be sorry for. I'm also to blame for not having said anything. But I'm not sad about that. I'm happy. Happy that, in the end, we both got what we wanted. That makes me the luckiest man in the world. I have a boyfriend unlike any other. God, boyfriend. That term meant so little until now, but now that you're that person, it means everything. You know, I think somehow I'm luckier than you are. To me, you're perfect. There's nobody else I'd rather be with. Nuh-uh, I'm luckier than you are. Agree to disagree. Well, you know, I can think of a... It's too naughty for Twitch. Well, you know, I can think of a way we both could feel a little luckier. What did you have in mind? I think you know. If, you know, you're comfortable with that. I am. I'm going to read some of it, but I know at some point I'm just going to stop reading it because, yeah. Diego placed his hands on my shoulders and gently lowered me down onto the couch. Next, he wrapped his fingers around my waistband before pausing and looking up at me for approval. I smiled and gave Diego a gentle nod. He returned my smile, his tail wagging briskly behind him. He started by removing his shirt, then he undid the button on my pants and slowly unzipped my fly, finally grabbing them both and sliding them down in unison. Yeah, glad I hit it. Fucking... I'm not even going to read it. Jesus Christ. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, like... I'm, like, trying to get through this as fast as possible. I'm, like, spamming the spacebar right now. Oh my god, just... Ugh. Oh my god, that sound made me incredibly uncomfortable. Ugh. Yeah. Oh my god, just put some pants on. I guess I should be getting to bed now. I'm beat. Both figuratively and literally. Oh my... Ugh. You're not wrong. I gave Diego yet another kiss before standing up and making my way to the door. Where are you going? To bed. Hey. Diego had a spot on the bed next to him. After everything that's happened tonight, I think, well, would you, like to sleep here from now on? Oh, if you're comfortable with it, that is. I smiled and walked back to the bed before flopping down beside him. Comfortable? Are you kidding? I'd love that. Okay, I only have one rule. This bed is a strictly no clothes... Jesus! Ugh. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, stop. Ugh. Christ. Before long, Diego had returned and taken up his place beside me in bed. The two of us shifted closer together and snuggled up against one another. Diego the big spoon, me the little. Good night, Aiden. Good night, Diego. I love you. It was my first time hearing those words in a long time, and there was nobody I would have rather heard them from. I love you too, Diego. Oh my god. Definitely have to keep the window hidden. That morning, I awoke in a similar and equally compromising position to how I'd done a good week before, except this time it was in Diego's bed and not on his couch. There was also the very important consideration that this time, it wasn't weird or inappropriate, even though we were both butt naked. Diego was still sound asleep, so I took the opportunity to cook breakfast. Nothing like waking up to the smell of breakfast burgers. The process only took several minutes. Before long, I was back in Diego's room, plates in hand. He had not yet woken. I placed his plate on the sheets where I had been sleeping, mere inches from his nose. With any luck, the smell would wake him. The smell did not wake him, but I knew what else might. I moved the plate of food to the bedside table and got back into bed, slipping underneath the covers. I'm not even going to read this right now. We're on day 12, by the way. Jesus Christ. Diego grabbed his burger and took a hearty bite. By this point, his grin was so wide it nearly escaped his face. Given Diego's willingness to eat in bed, I took this as permission to do the same. I grabbed my plate and picked up my burger, preparing for a bite of my own. Dude, don't you want to, brush your teeth or something? Are you kidding? I'm gonna walk away for a minute. Why? Why? What's gotten into you all of a sudden? You've done literally nothing wrong. Yeah, I guess you're right. I need to stop second-guessing myself. It's kind of a rut I've gotten myself into. Right? With everything that happened, I guess I see every missed opportunity as a major failure on my part. It's easy to feel like I'm not good enough, you know? But I know it's stupid. Dude, you're not just good enough. As far as I'm concerned, you're damned perfect. No matter what happens, I will always think that. Hang on, let me add something. Like, ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did I think that extracurricular activities might have also been a good idea? Because it wouldn't have been. Thinking back with this going on. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. There we go. Let me just, like, bring it down a bit. And also move it to right there. Get it correctly. There we go. Safe at last. Dude, you're not just good enough. As far as I'm concerned, you're damn perfect. No matter what happens, I will always think that. Even if I don't live up to it. You don't have to. You're you, my best friend, my boyfriend. There's nobody else I'd rather be with, and you'll always be more than good enough. Thanks, Aiden. You saying that means a lot. It's a hard thing for me to believe, but that's my issue, not yours. I understand. I'll be here with you every step of the way. You'll be your old, confident self in no time, I promise. I swear, you're much too good for me. Stop saying shit like that. Sorry. Following our breakfast and the subsequent exchange, I got myself ready for work and headed in. Okay. Ah! Ah! Why? Fucking why? Upon my arrival, Lucas had briefed myself and the rest of the team on the day's work. Honestly, I swear to God, I don't even know if I want to play it on stream. Like, it's a good story, but I don't even know if I want to play it live. Like, actually, no, that's a story for another day. It's awful. Like, I swear to God, it's like the embodiment of extracurricular activities. It's like the embodiment of, is this one your favorite because it's good, or are you just really horny? The town's mayor was announcing some new policies, some of those which might upset a small subset of the populace. We were in charge of ensuring nothing goes awry. Naturally, it would be a bad look for us if things got out of hand, so this has to go off without a hitch. I'll be the front of the room, near the mayor. Dom, you'll be in the back. Aiden, Eric, will both be on the doors. There's metal detectors in place, so one of you will be manning those while the other stands near the door and keeps an eye out for trouble. I'll let you decide between the two of you who is doing what. All going well, this shouldn't be a particularly long workday for any of us. Any questions? Lucas scanned the room. Dom shook his head. Eric was just staring at his shoes. Eric, are you paying attention? Yes, boss. Do you have any questions? No, boss. Good. Eric seems strangely obedient today. What happened? I can only guess the little stunt he pulled the other day got him severely reprimanded. Stunt? I've been sworn to secrecy, I'm afraid. Suffice it to say, Lucas was mad. Well, now I'm just curious. Looks like the last few days have been interesting for almost everybody. You can say that again. I had to contend with Russell these past few days, but I guess he isn't all bad. I take it you're warming up to him? A little. I guess I made my interest in Axel pretty clear the other day, so there's no harm in being blunt about it. I've realized he isn't a threat. They're just old friends, and Russell has done a lot to be very accommodating to me, so I guess you could say I'm thawing out a bit. I won't say I'm 100% comfortable with him, though. That's understandable. How have the past few days been interesting for you? Well, as of yesterday, Diego and I are now official. What? Really? Yup. Congratulations. I'm happy for you both. Diego sure needs someone like you in his life. I'm glad you think so. Make sure you look after him, okay? He deserves a clean break. Promise. Are you boys ready to roll out? Anytime you're ready, Lucas. Good to go. Good. Let's get moving then. But no, I just like... I reread the chat because I don't know. And yeah, I've played extracurricular activities. It is very horny. Before long, our team arrived at the building where the mayor was due to give a speech. Oh no, something's totally going to happen. As Lucas had requested, I was manning the door while Eric operated the metal detector behind me. Things on our end went off without a hitch. Eventually, the facility was full to capacity and the people waiting to enter dwindled to almost nothing. This gave Eric and I an opportunity to talk. You seemed awfully meek earlier. But me? Meek? Never. Really? You seemed awkward around Lucas today. No flirty quips or anything. What's up with that? You're just imagining things. I somehow doubt that. Dom noticed too. I'm guessing he came down pretty hard after that stunt you pulled the other day. How do you know about that? I wanted to help Lucas get the printer working. As soon as it connected, it picked up the cue. I see. Yeah, that was a mistake and we'll leave it at that. Alright then. Oh, by the way, I have progress to report. Oh yeah? Lay it on me. Diego and I are now official. Whoa, congrats! Does that mean you see... Is that all you think about? Guilty as charged. So, have you? Yeah. Satisfied? Very. That's what I like to hear. But yeah, we're just starting out. But I already care for him a lot. I suppose being friends for as long as we've been helps with that. Makes sense to me. Good to hear you got what you wanted. What's next for you then? You say that as if I'm on a spree to court as many guys as I can. I mean, I would be, but that's just me. To answer your question, he's got his first fight in the combat tournament tomorrow. For the immediate future, I'm just going to support him with that. He hasn't had long to train, so I'm hoping he'll be ready for it. Either way, you'll know soon. Yep, we've already met his first opponent. A shark by the name of Russell. Looks pretty strong, but might be too laid back for his own good. What do you... A commotion from within the building caught our attention. Turning your face in that direction, we saw Lucas had a guy face down on the ground, his hands bound. You called it. You fucking called it. Only moments after, police officers arrived and took the man away with Lucas following them to the door. Eric and I shared a look of surprise. What was that all about? Yeah. Something else totally happened between Lucas and Eric. Turns out the mayor's new policy is unpopular. He probably knew that before, probably why he hired us in the first place. Thankfully nobody got hurt, except maybe that guy, and I doubt anyone would try anything after that show of power. Eric's expression briefly showed he might have had a clever and no doubt sexual quip to make, but instead he remained silent, a decision that he seemed to find depressing. Given Eric's prior persistence, Lucas must have really brought out the big guns to cause him to fall in line. I was dead curious as to what might have entailed. But Eric certainly wasn't talking. Considering how far I'd gotten the last time I'd pressed people for secrets, I didn't feel confident in digging around to find out more. It was best I just left it. Soon the speech wrapped up and we manned the doors once more, returning any goods held in reception and seeing people on their way. The crowd thinned almost to nothing, and the four of us met in the center of the room for a debriefing. Good work, everybody. That went about as smoothly as it ought to have. Couldn't have done much more about that one guy, but you handled it. Indeed. I do apologize on the mayor's behalf. Most understandably, his desire to remain following the incident was lacking. I'm sure you are aware, the local government employed the Cutter Corporation to provide services such as this until recently. Said corporation is the state-preferred provider. However, the mayor has been most dissatisfied with the quality of the services received, and thus he went against the desires of his superiors in higher government to seek alternative options. He has requested that I pass on his most enthusiastic satisfaction with your team and their performance today. I dare say he will desire your services once again in the near future. The mayor has an eye for quality. I'm glad someone does. Cutter's been undercutting our prices with his awful service for months now. I would suspect his low prices have a lot to do with why they've got the state contract. Typical. But I have said all I wish to say. I bid you all adieu. That guy creeps me out. He was speaking on behalf of the mayor? Does he work for the government? Spencer has his finger in many different pies. Not all of them make much sense to me. Still, that's good news, right? Sounds like you've got more business coming. And the pay was surprisingly generous. Cutter won't be pleased, though. I should steal myself for a phone call. Anyway, good work, all of you. We're done here. Our group dispersed and headed our separate ways. I had no plans for the rest of the day. I could head straight home to Diego, or I could spend some time in town. Which one? I was going to decide whether or not I bring up the censor bar again. Actually, I'm just going to bring it up just to be safe. Stretch. I made the decision to head to the food court instead of heading straight home. I've been eating largely the same things as Diego has been, and while I was happy to do so in supporting his training, I had cravings. This way, I could eat what I wanted to without tempting him in the process. Seemed like a win-win. Upon arrival at the mall, I made my way to the food court and perused my options. Kebabs, a donburi, buffet, maybe just a burger. Whoa, dude, fancy like running into you again. Okay, I think I can like show it. Yeah, I can. It's safe. Russell? What a surprise. Right? Is Diego not with you? Nope, I just finished work and I'm dropping by for a bite to eat before I head home. I want to eat like trash without tempting him. That's totally noble of you, dude. Respect. I'm here for the same reason. If it wouldn't bother you, we could, like, eat together. I don't honestly see why not. What were you planning to get? I was thinking sushi. Got my first heat tomorrow. Don't want to overdo it. What about you? A burger. A huge burger. Juicy and tender. Got those meat cravings, huh? It wouldn't be the first time I've had... I don't know whether or not that's a sex joke. Wouldn't be the first time I've had meat today, but you can never have enough. Right you are, my dude. Let's get our grub and meat somewhere. It'd be like pretty cool to chat for a bit and stuff. Okay, see you soon. I made my way to the burger place and joined the queue. Several minutes passed before I made my order, and several minutes more before my meal arrived. I'd gone overboard. My order included one of the biggest and most extravagant burgers on the menu, with fries and a drink. On top, I ordered some chicken bites and a strawberry-flavored sundae. Having grabbed my order, I made my way to the table where Russell was already waiting and sat down opposite to him. Whoa, dude, you weren't kidding about eating like trash. What can I say? I have cravings. I totally get you, dude. Looking over at Russell's plate, he had ordered a bento. There were several pieces of sushi, a spring roll, and some kind of meat and rice meal as the main event. Oh my god! Oh my god! Damn, it actually looks quite good. It is, man. It is. So how's Diego's training going? Do you think he's ready for a fight tomorrow? I hope so. He was a very late entry, so he hasn't had much time to train. I know he's nervous. He probably has nothing to worry about, man. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm just there for fun and to meet new people. And so far, so good. I met all you guys. That's pretty surprising given I only moved here a few days ago. I'm quite new here myself. I got lucky in that I met Axel on the train ride over. I already knew Diego and met a bunch of people through them both. It can be real tough moving to a new town on your own. I was really lucky to run into Axel like that. We were friends in school. And through him you met us. That's a great result, huh? Yep. I hope no matter what happens, tomorrow we can all be friends. Knowing Diego, if he loses, he might be a little sour for a bit, but butter him up a bit and he'll be fine. How would I do that, my dude? Food. That's like totally simple. I dig it. Hey, shall we exchange contact details? If things go badly for him, I'll arrange a time with you to drop some pizzas by or something. That's good of you, my man. Here. Russell passed his phone to me. I held them back to back until there was a pling sound, and then confirmed the sharing of our details on both devices before handing his phone back. I should do it. Sweet. That's an interesting area code, man. You from the city? That's right. Ain't Woodcrest a little small compared to what you're used to? Honestly, I liked it. I like it. The city sucked. That's like, fair enough, my dude. Being stuck in that traffic every day would be a major bummer. It's also super expensive. It's nice here. Diego owns his own house, so I'm just sort of staying with him right now. Nice. Did you have much trouble finding work? Nah, I got set up really quickly. Got put in touch with a few contacts and managed to pick up work through them. I see. I'm still looking. Well, one of the guys I'm working with might be able to offer you something. Do you want me to text you their details? I'd appreciate that heaps, man. I pulled my phone back out and texted Ty and Lucas's information. The first guy's name is Ty. He runs a bar nearby. I don't know if he's looking for workers, but he's a great guy. It's worth a shot at least. The second guy is Lucas. He's a bit cranky, but overall decent boss. He does event promotion type work. Tell him I sent you. Hopefully that's worth something. Why do you say that? Well, I haven't been working for Lucas long. It's like you're passing the torch, my dude. Kinda. I'm in the same situation you were, right? I guess there's something weirdly poetic about it now that the shoe is on the other foot, so to speak. Appreciate you, dude. Anyway, thanks for sharing lunch with me. Better get moving. Gotta squeeze in as much training as I can. Are you sure that's wise? Diego's taking the day off to make sure he's recovered. Whoa, I didn't think of it like that. I guess it's pretty smart. Maybe I should take it a little easier. I assume you'll be at the fight tomorrow? That's the plan. Hope you won't be offended if I cheer Diego on. Not at all, my dude. I guess I'll see you there then? Catch you soon, my man. Russell got up and made his way out of the food court. I finished the final bites of my meal. Man, I was stuffed. I got up and followed suit shortly after Russell. I was curious as to how the next day would go. Diego's chances were good considering how lax Russell was, but there still was a chance he would lose. Either way, Russell seemed like a stand-up guy. Hopefully, however the following day went, we could all still be friends after the fact. I'm just going to bring that back up. Upon my arrival back home, I found Diego lazing on the couch, his eyes staring blankly into the cosmos. I flopped down immediately to his right, joining him in his laziness. Okay, he's wearing clothes, thank God. Hey Aiden, how was your day? Not so bad. We were doing security for some political thing. Lucas had to put some guy down. Damn, sounds like I missed out on the fun. He handled it well. Eric was acting super weird around Lucas too. Probably got the grilling of a lifetime. I don't know, whatever Lucas did, it worked. It's weird to see Eric behaving himself. I can imagine. Only other thing that happened was, well, Spencer was there. He spoke to our group on the mayor's behalf. The mayor? Is this guy into politics now too? I have no idea. He's as cryptic as ever, and I know better than to push my luck. Such a weird guy. How was your day? It was great until you left. After that, pretty boring. I've just been trying to keep my thoughts off the fight, distract myself. Are you nervous? A little. Pah, who am I kidding? Hell yeah, I'm nervous. I have no idea how this is going to go. It's nerve-wracking, if I'm honest. I've been wanting a drink all day to calm the nerves and all that. That's understandable. I'd be nervous too in your situation. I didn't give in though. I told you I wouldn't. I'm making good on my promise. Today was just harder than most. But now that you're home, I have a distraction. It'll get easier, I promise. And we have the rest of the night to ourselves to prepare for the big day. So we do. Diego and I passed several good hours just goofing around, watching TV, playing the odd video game, and occasionally even getting a little touchy with one another. The night was going well, and it seemed as though I had succeeded in taking his mind off the tournament. I wonder who that could be. To my surprise, opening the door revealed none other than Ty, a wide smile painted upon his face. I invited him inside. Good evening to you both. We all will hold his breakfast burgers hostage. Ty, what are you doing here? Your heat is tomorrow. I figured I'd pay you both a visit to check in. I am your sponsor, after all. As such, it is fitting I would come with gifts. Ty placed several foil-wrapped plates on the table before us. The smell of freshly cooked meals filled my nostrils. Whoa, you brought us dinner? Only the finest ingredients to help prepare for tomorrow. And it is only fair I brought some for Aiden, too. Whoa, Ty, I don't know what to say. Thanks. You the man, Ty. By the way, interesting choice of clothes. Oh, this used to be my riding gear back when I rode a motorcycle. These days, I simply wear it for comfort. Riding gear? You rode a motorcycle? Why'd you give it up? Well, do not get me wrong, motorcycles are fun, especially on these winding roads. It is simply a decision of logistics. A motorcycle carries little cargo, for instance, and but a single passenger. And God forbid it suddenly rains. Makes sense to me. Still, who knew you were such a badass? Badass, eh? Note to self. Buy a motorbike. But wait, how'd you get the food here in one piece? Spacious saddlebags, and tightly wrapped foil. Ah. Would you like to stay and share dinner with us? Oh, well, I would loathe to intrude. We insist. You brought us dinner, after all. Well, if that is the case, I did make my own serving. Permit me to retrieve it and we can all eat together. Sounds good. Ty would return moments later with his own foil-wrapped plate. He sat on the couch to my right with me sandwiched between the two of them. Diego, how are you feeling about tomorrow? Do you think you are ready? I don't know. I'm nervous. I have every faith you will do well. Your first competitor is a newcomer, so you have the advantage of experience. Russell? Yeah. Hopefully our training yesterday was enough. You seem to be winging it, so I guess that works in my favor. I see. I have every faith you will do well. You managed to beat me in training, did you not? I guarantee you were giving it your all. Perhaps not, but even then, you surely gave me a run for my money. If you recall, I was a semi-finalist last year, so that surely speaks of my ability. That's right, you mentioned that. Who was it you lost to again? Well, it was your ex-partner. Oh shit, Kyrex? I hadn't thought about that. Shit, I should have read the list of participants. You don't know if he's competing or not, do you? I have not read it myself. If I hear anything, I will be sure to let you know. Huh. Well, shit, now I'm worried. If he was competing, how would you feel about that? Worried? He was always stronger than me. Much stronger. If I were in your shoes, I would not worry too much. There are many participants, after all, and it would be unlikely for the two of you to come face to face. And of course, that assumes he is even competing in the first place. Your best course of action would be to keep up your training and hope for the best. There's no time for more training. Well, I do not think you have anything to worry about. I hope you're right. Diego was growing increasingly uncomfortable with the situation, and Ty was being characteristically vague. I decided a change of topic was in order. Oh hey, Ty, guess what? Diego and I are a thing. What? Is this true? Oh, yep, it's true. Well, my most heartfelt congratulations to you both. I am most certain you will make the most wonderful couple. I think so too. Hear, hear. This calls for a drink to celebrate. Oh, that's right. This calls for a bite of this delicious dinner. Diego took a gluttonous bite of his meal. A certain sadness could be seen in his eyes, but he covered this up well with a hearty smile. Oh, by the way, I ran into Russell earlier. You did? Yeah, he wants to be friends no matter what goes down tomorrow. If that's cool with you, Diego. Depends how badly he thrashes me. Now, Diego, be optimistic. Speaking of which, he's new to town and looking for work. I passed yours and Lucas's details on him just in case you'd be able to help him out. I hope you're okay with that, Ty. I see. That's not a problem. He might be in the casual pool as you are, but I might be able to do something for him. Lucas can always use new people, too. That's good. Seems like a good guy, even if a little easygoing. Hopefully he'll be a good fit. I will patiently wait to hear from him then. The three of us finished our meals and chatted for a short while before Ty prepared to take his leave. I do apologize that I cannot stay longer. I will, however, be at the fight tomorrow cheering you on. I appreciate that. I just hope I don't disappoint. I don't for a minute believe you will. Thank you for the dinner, Ty. It was a nice surprise. Free food is the best. Free fine dining is even better. Well, I'll see you both tomorrow then. Make sure you get plenty of sleep so that you are well rested. I will. Ty made his departure, leaving the two of us alone once more. That was nice of him. My favorite meddling boss. Do you think Kyrix will be fighting? I don't know. I hope not. If he is, it would be a good chance to smack him upside the head though, right? As enticing as the thought is, I know I'm just not strong enough. He's awfully cocky. Maybe you could use that against him? Perhaps. I'd rather not think about it. God, I need that drink now more than ever. The discussion surrounding Kyrix has clearly shaken Diego even more. All I could do was support him the best I could and hope that he'd bring the thunder during his fights. That night we retired to our room, and I made sure to snuggle with him extra tightly. He needed all the comfort he could get. I just hoped it would be enough. This is nice. I've been sleeping alone for far too long. Only a small handful of times with Kyrix, and he never really cared to cuddle. He always slept as far away as he could. His massive tail took up half the bed as it was. Sometimes he even smacked me with it in his sleep. Sorry, didn't mean to bring that asshat. Didn't mean to bring that asshat up again. I guess it's just... You know when someone is in your life for a long time like that, you tend to compare everything to them. They become sort of like a benchmark. And when somebody else fills that role, it's hard not to compare. How am I doing? Better than he ever did, in every way imaginable. I just hope that me bringing him up doesn't bother you. It's okay, I understand. It's still very fresh after all, and something like what you went through can stick with you for a while, leaving scars that don't easily heal. Don't I know that? In time, I'm sure I'll heal and forget about it, but for now, it's something cathartic. That, and it reminds me of how lucky I am to have you instead of him. You're such an incredible upgrade, more than I deserve. Likewise, I've been single for a long time. I'm so glad we did this. Me too, me too. Good night, Aiden. See you bright and early tomorrow. Good night, Diego. The two of us drifted off to sleep, enjoying the warmth and comfort of each other's embrace. Back in the city, I never felt all that comfortable anywhere. Be it at work or at home, my environment was dreary and depressing, and my overall mood reflected that. Eventually, I reached the end of my wick and took a leap of faith that landed me here, in Woodcrest, held tightly within Diego's arms. It felt as though I was living a dream. Perhaps dreams really do come true. We are going to leave off here tonight. Okay. Fuck. You weren't supposed to see that I don't have legs. Well, my character doesn't have legs. Y'all weren't supposed to see that. Anyways, the breakfast burgers are safe. Don't you know, it's a good thing that we're giving him breakfast burgers. Because don't you know, it's like the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Anyways, I can't think of anything else to say, so stay safe, have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.